Now I'm going to measure a piece to support the bottom of the barrel here. So I'll set it out on the table and press down on the back here and measure the height of the barrel. Half an inch. So I want to cut a piece of wood that's a half an inch. To support underneath the barrel here. So I've cut a piece of wood that's a half an inch, and I'm going to use that to support right here under the barrel. And then I just need to cut another piece that keeps it from rattling around. 0.4 inches. So I've got the half-inch piece cut. Goes under the barrel. And then I cut two different thicknesses here. This one's a little too thin. Try this one out. That one's pretty good. So you can see it holds the gun right there. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to cut a piece of wood here that goes right along in here. I've got a piece here. I'm just going to hopefully cut a little long the first time and then try it. So I've cut one, might be a little long. It's always better to make it a little long and then trim it. And I'm putting this piece of wood in here. It's got two functions. It's going to have, this is where it's going to, the latching hardware is going to be mounted as well. But I have to trim this a little bit. It's just a little bit too long still. So I trimmed it back once. Fits in there pretty good. I'm going to clamp it and see how it looks. It's a little tight getting the gun in. So I'm just going to put the slightest little bevel on this edge here. I gave it about a 5-degree bevel, just halfway up it. That fits pretty nicely. I like that. So this piece I can glue in, and these pieces I can glue in. So the hardware is going to be mounted right in here, only the groove's going to be down. It's probably going to mount right in there, about like that. I need a good place to put the screws to mount it, so I'm going to offset it from this a little bit. It's probably going to be sitting right in, centered right on this piece. And there'll be another one down here. So now I just need to cut a piece of wood for this one. Again, I'm just going to cut it a little long, hopefully, and then trim back. So I got this end pretty much like I want it. I'm just going to work on the muzzle end here. Of course, there's going to be another one of these hardware latches over on this side. And I'm going to add another piece of wood in here on the inside here. So I cut the piece here. It's snug to the barrel. It might be a little too snug, I think. I'm going to trim just a little more off. trimmed it a bit more. So that'll fit in there like that, and then the other slot will be over here on this side. And so now I want to fit the stock in. Since this is the heavy side, I'm going to put the stock in over on this side here. And probably what I'm going to do is have a wooden dowel, something that sits right in here on this trigger gauge. And if I did want to add another latch, which a lot of them might have one in the middle, I might want to set that in about like that. There'd be a piece of wood right in here. So I'm going to add a piece of wood right here to capture the butt and have it stay in place on that side. So I've cut a small piece here that will glue in place there and serve to lock the butt in place. Now I'm going to work on this little area here. I'm thinking about boxing this in. All I need to do is keep the gun from going up. So I could put a piece right there. And then another one. Something like that. Or I could actually box it and have a space here and then just add a piece back here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll just have a block back here. And I'm also going to cut this piece here. Just going to cut it square right there. So this piece will go in there like that. And it'll help compartmentalize this area here. And then I'm just going to add a block to hold this down. Got a piece of wood cut like that, and can glue that one there. I'll do this one last because I need to make sure I can get the gun out. So I'm going to start here with this one, glue that one in. Then work on this side, get that glued in. And then this one will be last because I need to make sure I don't have it so tight that the gun won't slip in and out. And I also want to put one here for the latch. So this one will go in here like this. And just be a place where I can put my latch. Won't be contacting the gun. This one here, I may rethink that. I might look better if it's up a little. Although it doesn't matter. I guess I'll leave it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the piece in. It's time to get the gun out of the way. This one's got the bevel here. So I'm going to dampen the wood where I'm going to be gluing. That's good. Now I'll work over here on this side. Got these pieces here to put in. I want to deburr them a little bit first. My chop saw doesn't really leave that clean of a cut anymore. It's probably time for a new blade. So I'm just going to test fit here before it gets too dried in. Works great. So I'm working on boxing this little area in here and have a piece of wood right in there and just mark that and cut this one. So that's the idea right there. So that kind of holds the stock there. Then I'll just glue this piece right there. And then this one goes right here for the latch hardware. So I'll just put some dampen up the wood here a little bit. Put a piece here in the center. And that's for the latch. So I've got the Yildiz 20 gauge over and under fitted into its case now. And there's two remaining pieces of wood that are drying. I've got a clamp on this one here that is holding the stock at the bottom, at the top there. And here I've got two pieces of wood shimmed against the back of the receiver, and they're pushing this piece of wood into this this box here. And this is when this dries, this will hold the front of the receiver down in place. The shotgun will just drop right down in here and be held by this block and this block, and also against the butt here. So just gonna let it dry, and then I'll start fitting the cover. There's gonna be three of these clips that go on. There'll be one here in the middle, and one here, and one on this end. And I'll have to use the router on a router table to cut these grooves down for, this is a 1/2 inch route it takes. And then I'll have to route up this way for a slot where you can get your finger in. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. And good luck with your projects. So stay tuned. The next video, I'll be putting the aluminum top cover on and fitting the piano hinge and this hardware here for the latches. Meanwhile, I'll let this dry, and so hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck with your projects, and thanks for watching. So now I've got the Yildiz shotgun fit into the case here, and I've attached all the pieces of wood that are going to hold the shotgun down. I might go back and add a little bits of felt on the contact points, but there's two pieces remaining that are drying, and that's this little block here that holds the receiver, the butt, keeps it from sliding around. So now I've got the Yildiz shotgun fit into the case, and I've installed all the pieces of wood that are going to hold it in place. The contact points are here for the receiver. So now I've got the Yildiz shotgun fit into the case, and I've added the pieces of wood that are going to hold it in place. There's two remaining that are drying. There's one little block of wood here that keeps the butt of the gun from shifting around. It's sort of wedged into this U shape here. And then here there's a block of wood set at an angle, and that just holds the receiver. And there'll be a little piece of felt right here that sort of keeps it from rattling around once all this dries. I've just got these two little pieces of wood here, using it as a shim to push this piece into this until it dries. And so the next video is going to be fitting the top cover, the aluminum cover, with the piano hinge and this hardware here. I'm going to use 3 of these snap latches, one in the middle, one here, and one on this end too. And that'll be I'll be using a router to cut out a 1/2 inch grooves here for this to drop down in. And so stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the videos, and good luck with your projects. Thanks for watching.